Opuntia stricta is a problem in Tsavo National Park because one, it is invaded thousands of hectares of land, and of course that has a negative economic bearing because it reduces the land available to livestock and wildlife. It's been with us for not less than 50 years. This greenhouse has been running since 2014. We have been continuously propagating the cochineals in this greenhouse and taking them out. From the results that we've seen, definitely science is playing a big role in this. The running cost for this biological control is quite small compared to if one was doing mechanical harvesting or using chemical to control the spread of Opuntia. I've seen homes where people have moved away because the Opuntia stricta has grown up to their doorsteps. So once this is controlled or eradicated, then it means that you are going to improve the socioeconomic status of the people.
An invasive species is a foreign species, so a species that's been brought in from somewhere else as a result of human activities, and it's established in a new environment, and it's proliferated, and it's started to have negative impacts on biodiversity or crop production or animal health or water resources. So especially a foreign species in a novel or new environment that is having a negative impact. But it's getting worse, okay, all the time. I've just completed surveys of the whole of Eastern Africa, and we found about, it's about 180 invasive plant species. So these are plant species that have been introduced, that have established and are starting to spread. Well, a lot of them were introduced as ornamentals, as pretty plants to grow in a garden, or as hedge plants. For example, Lantana camara, which is probably the most widespread invasive plant species in Africa. You know, no animals actually eat the cladodes, what we call cladodes, which is like a modified stem, because it's got these big nasty spines on them. So nothing eats that. So what happens is these species proliferate in the rangelands, and what they do is they start occupying more and more land, and so there's less grazing available for livestock and for wildlife. But what's also happening at the same time is that a lot of the livestock and even the wildlife like baboons and elephants are starting to eat the fruit. So the fruit has got quite a high sugar content, and it's obviously quite tastier, probably to them tastier than grass, you know. So they start eating these fruits. But the fruits have got little spines on them, little thorns on them called glochids, like little barbs. And what happens is when the sheep and the cows and the goats eat these fruits, those little spines lodge in their intestinal tract, so in their stomach lining and in the intestine, and those cause secondary infections. So you'll get, like in goats, for example, if you look at goats that have been eating cactus fruit, they have what they call pear mouth. You'll see their lips are really hard because of these little thorns that lodged in them. You look in their mouths will be full of abscesses and sores from these little thorns that have lodged in their mouths. They've been doing a lot of work with school children, you know, getting school children involved in projects, getting them to breed the insect and understand biocontrol and release it in the field. So it started off with the community asking for help, and now the community are starting to solve their own problems by redistributing the biocontrol agent.
Ili nijoin conservation club, wazazi wangu waliniambia kwamba ni vizuri niweze kujoin ili niweze protect wanyama wetu, sababu wengi wao kutia pale wakienda kunywa maji na wanaweza kugonga mdomoni wakienda kutafuta chakula. Ule mdudu pia tunamtumia aweze kukausha ile mmea ambayo ni Opuntia, na inaweza kula pia matunda yake na pia kukausha hiyo mti. Sana si kupata alafu tunachoma ama tunaweka juu ya mabati ili kauke tuweze kuitumia kama kuni.
Sababu wakati naenda kuni hapo naingia mampusi na kuna masho mdomo, hata wengine umemaliza mpaka naua kabisa, namaliza mampusi yote ng'ombe. Kwa shida sana hiyo kitu, naona ni mingi sana, na kwa mingi kuliko nyasi. wakati hii kitu najua iko nini area hii karibu 10. Hata sisi najaribu kukata kwa mapanga na sidi tu umia sana. Mimi nataka kwa nini kuleta hiyo makitu kuendelea nini nafanya hiyo kitu mpaka naendelea nini Opuntia.
Sasa hata watoto wakicheza hapo, hata hao watoto wa shule kila wakati natolewa na wapelekwa hospitali, imeumiza, iko na shida sana, na tuna hofu ya kwamba tutakuja kukosa mahali ya kuishi hapa, sababu hii kitu inaenea kwa haraka sana.